Good evening, guys, and happy Monday. Today's been a long day, so I'm decided, and we didn't do a daily stream today because Mondays are generally they have bad timing. But here I am. I decided to do a quick evening stream, something nice and relaxing. Um, so, what I want to do today is something a little bit different. I live in a very cold city called Winnipeg, and generally I work from home, so I don't really leave house often. So now that the weather is getting warmer, I'm starting to get back into my sketchbook activities. So generally in summer, I like to go out in the parks and just draw something in a sketchbook, whether it's people or environments or vehicles or other crap. And in order for me to maintain my sketchbook habit, like it's really easy to just skip a day and not to the go outside, just stay inside, or even just go out and not draw. So in order to maintain my desire to do more drawing, I've started doing a lot of more just general doodles in my physical sketchbook. So yesterday I was sitting in my living room and watching a TV show and just kind of scribbling in my two of my sketchbooks, and I have a few doodles that are kind of pretty crappy looking. So what I wanted to do is actually take them and refine them in Photoshop and turn them into little paintings or little something else, something better, because I'm pretty rusty when it comes to traditional drawing and and digital painting as well, actually, because I haven't been doing any painting in a while, because the type of work I do right now is not really related to painting. But yeah, so without further ado, I basically just took pictures of the doodles that I've done, and they're like some character faces, and you can see this one is pretty crappy. So what I want to do is just start cleaning it up a bit and see where this kind of character is going to take me. So it's not necessarily even a concept design exercise, more like I'm just trying to recall how to paint. So let's grab this guy, scale him up a bit, and I'm gonna stick to the same kind of values. Clean it up a bit. A lot of times the little doodles like this end up turning into something more, so I wanna explore what I can do with this. And why can't I paint? Oh, my opacity is too poor. That's why. So first thing first, I'm gonna lock the transparency, and I'll actually grab, because I did it with pencil, there's a lot of like the value fuzzy values. So what I'm gonna do is overlay this multiply to give it a more unified value. using smudge brush, I'm gonna make sure my the edges that I want to be soft are soft. Establishing some shadows, or shadow direction rather. Really don't care about the colors at this point, and just trying to get the values in. It's nice to be able to just jump in and mindlessly doodle something without having to worry about the final output or delivery or what am I actually drawing here. And that's a part of the having a sketchbook. A part of the developing a sketchbook habit is to just jump in and do your thing. And this is the goal of this exercise. Basically, what I tend to do a lot is do a lot of these, or do a page or do 2 pages of these sketches, but then after a while, something happens and I never manage to, go out that one day, and then second day it starts to add up. But by refining and still playing with these sketches after the fact, I'm kind of, I'm not letting it stay stagnant or letting these sketches go nowhere. And typically, like nobody's gonna see these ugly ass doodles that I'm doing. You're not gonna see them on ArtStation or anywhere else. The point of doing them is to maintain my habit of and also practice, because the more you do it, the better you get at it. And I do a lot of 3D, I do a lot of game design at work, but I really wish that I was able to do more painting, because this is I feel like something that I could definitely improve on. I think anyone really could improve on painting, because it's something that you can't be too good of an artist. Originally I wanted this to be a male, but he's ends up looking too much like a lady. I'm not quite sure whether I should embrace it or switch it back. So if I was to make it more of a male face, I would cut into the cheeks and adjust the lips basically, and that would be it. And also the jawline. I think this cheek is what makes it feel too much like a female. So let's rework this plane. This is probably my first time painting in, I don't know, 6 months. I'm rusty as shit, if you haven't noticed. So you can see it's starting to look more like a male jawline, male facial structure. This hair looks pretty bad. Let's do something about it. No, made it worse. Right. the size probably a little bit too far up. And I mean, this is a quick sketch, so I'm not gonna bother taking it much further. We went from here to here. That's not bad. His forehead feels weird. Let's refine the next one. I'll start by giving the face a different value to make it pop off the page. Probably not a bad idea to do a set of flats. Alright, that's good. Just gonna create a new layer and paint on top. So this is our color. So for shadows, they're generally darker and more saturated. So let's start with that. That's a weird ass hairstyle. So highlights, if this is our base skin color, we're gonna go a little bit brighter, less saturated. I have no idea what's going on with layers at this point, so I'm gonna, I can't really merge it together, so what I'll just do is make selection, Control Shift C, Control Shift V, and this will paste merged. So now technically I don't need any of these layers. And I flatten this whole thing. Oh, Photoshop. I wish there was a way to... Maybe I can kill all the sounds so Photoshop doesn't annoy me with this crap. Where's the thing? Or at least make it less... Oh, come on. No Photoshop? Alright. Okay, this eyeball is pretty bad looking, so let's see. a little bit muddy, but don't really care. This is just a doodle. Soft light is awesome for kind of toning the values in or doing like color washes. And then I can use the smear brush to kind of smear it in. And you can use different tones for different parts. So something like blue for a jaw because he shaves a lot. Maybe darker blue. Not bad. Makes me want to kind of add a little bit of a color to this guy. But I can mess with it later. So let's see. Then there's these two. And I mean, I'm only spending, I don't know, what, 5, 10, no, probably more than 5, 10, 15 minutes per sketch, and I'm pretty rusty. But you can see how something like this, with a proper line drawing and a proper amount of time spent, can turn into a much more refined painting. really hate this guy. As a drawing, it's very boring. So I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna turn it into something more like a 3/4. I like the proportions because they're interesting, but the boring is the drawing is boring. So let's see. How do we do this? Just gonna merge them all together so I don't get confused with layers. So whenever doing something like this, it's really handy to create a fully white layer and use it as a tracing paper to refine the drawing. So let me just quickly get rid of this part and with this guy on, you can start doing something a little bit more elaborate. So he's got this large nose. And of course I'm drawing on the wrong layer. So let's see. I've established the very basic proportions based on my frontal sketch. Make some purple skin and start painting on top. Basically just using this as a underpaint. We can change the lighting angle a bit so that it's not the same in every one of the sketches that I do. Colors really don't matter. All I'm looking here for is values and the shapes. Right, defining the planes of the facial anatomy. You can see slowly starts to resemble more human, even though it's a clearly stylized human. I want some reds here somewhere. So you can see my shadows here are quite desaturated, and it gives it kind of weird feel, so I'm going for more saturated shadows. Oh, I'm painting a soft light there, so let's see, can I merge it yet? No. So I'm gonna select my silhouette here. And do copy merged, Control Shift C, Control Shift V. Now if I hide all this, you can see we have a better, cleaner silhouette, and I can just grab another layer and clean up the background. And now we can continue painting. So shadows, more saturated. And I can just grab a separate layer, put the color down, and design my shadow shapes here on a separate layer. So now, soft light, before, after, much better. I apologize for my Photoshop making annoying ass noises. What's going on? Come on, buddy. I wish I could mute you. Oh boy. Okay, how about now? Alright. I think it's quiet now. Nope. Jesus. Why does pressing a shortcut does this? Let me try this. Oh, that helped. That's better. So, next thing I want to do is really emphasize the light. Because right now I just kind of have a random colors down. And there's no distinctive shape. Oh, not again. Great, just flipped my canvas upside down for some reason. Let's see. Let's see. Pressure sensitivity is rather harsh right now. I'm gonna leave it at this point. It's not looking too bad. Maybe a few more adjustments here. Okay, and some basic lighting direction. Some graphic design, just shape, interesting looking shape for the color. And I'm using blue to contrast with warm tones of the overall drawing. Maybe actually this would be slightly brighter. Or darker, who knows. Making the color slightly more interesting. let's add another wash of desaturated blue to the color. Bedtime alarm goes off. Time to wrap up the stream. Yeah, my shortcuts are clearly messed. So, just very quick color pass. Maybe we can give it a little bit of a shading if you want to, like the highlights. So you can see something really quickly. We are starting to generate some ideas without even having to jump into 3D, which is great. It's a nice little relaxing break from the ZBrush. And a lot of it, you can see the first one was kind of really crappy, but then we slowly kind of transitioned to something more interesting. I'm gonna call it done at this point, and perhaps either continue tomorrow or work on a fresh set of sketches at some point. Tomorrow, Tom and I actually hoping to work in Unreal, but I'm gonna continue my sketchbook practice and hoping to develop it into a much stronger habit. And let's see if I have the original here. You can see here where we started, and that's where we ended, which is pretty cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.